Welcome to Blade HQ, everybody. I'm George, and today we're going to Blade Show. And that's where all the custom makers around gather to show off their wares. And some of their stuff is so sought after, they do a lottery to make sure everybody gets a fair shake of getting it. Let's go to the show and talk knives. What's up, everybody? We're at Blade Show West today at the Keanison Knives booth, and they have some pretty sweet lottery knives they're going to tell us about. What you got?
So here we've got our K9 Pup and our Whippet. This is one of our newer models. This one is too, but we used to make it in the full size. These are both going to be Vegas Forge virus pattern. This is Bakelite and 80s carbon fiber.
I love the pops of orange in the backspacer and on the pivot collar. It looks really good. Mind if I touch it?
No, please.
There it is.
It's a knife show. You got to touch them.
So first of all, I noticed this is way lighter than I thought it was going to be. And I'm looking, is this backspacer the same steel as the blade?
Yep, Intrepid Damascus backspacer floated on titanium washers.
My goodness, is this a nice piece.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's kind of the sleeper on the table. It's the last one people pick up, but it's the most engaging, I think.
Thanks for your time, guys. Next up, we're here with the legend, Gavin Hawk, and he's going to talk to us about one of his auction knives.
All right, so we've got a titanium Model C. So we've just switched over to full titanium chassis on these. This one has been hand-engraved by Jake Newell. And then everything else has a satin finish on it. That's our auction piece for Blade Show West.
We're here today at the HMC Knives booth, and we're talking with Jim, one of the makers over here, and he's going to tell us about some of the lottery knives he's got. What you got, Jim?
Cool, man. Yeah, we brought a couple of knives for Lotto. So I have two different sizes of my transient model here. This is a 3.2-inch bladed version, and this is a new 2.9-inch bladed version that actually my buddy David Carver and I collaborated with bringing to the show. We shrunk this one down, and we were able to do a couple of different cool options here. We wanted to make these 2.9s a little special because being the first offering for the knife, it made sense that we would, put a little bit of extra pizzazz there. So we ended up going with a Mike Norris Damascus blade on this one. It's a full titanium frame, but then we did my Zerk collars and a Zerk pivot screw, as well as a Zerk clip and a Zerk backspacer.
It's a lot of zirconium, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's my favorite material. I love the finish that it takes. That black aesthetic is just something that you have a hard time getting from anything else.
Really
this
nice.
knife here, this is a 3.2-inch bladed belt satin transient that is in the same configuration, a darkened titanium frame with the zirconium pivot collars, pivot screw, backspacer, and clip. So
that grind is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, man. That's something that a lot of my stuff is made on the CNC machine, but over the last 6 or 7 years that I've been making knives, I feel like the grind is the soul of the knife, and if it's not done by hand, it's something to, I feel like that it's lacking something, and that's something that I never want to lose in this kind of work,
Well, that knife's got as much soul as Gladys Knight, I'll say that.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for your time, Jim. Good to see you.
Hey, my pleasure. Take care.
Next up, we're here with one of my knife heroes, Jared Oeser. Thanks for having us.
Hey, you bet.
Yeah, so tell us about some of your lottery knives.
So I don't have a ton, which I should have to represent Utah, but I've got 3 lottery knives that I'm doing today. I've got a Tengu OS, which OS stands for Oeser size, so a little bit bigger than the Benchmade version. And then I've got what I call Wicked Lanny's lockback. And then this one's a new prototype. It's a Solitude. I call it a Phantom lock, so it's kind of a different take on the lockback mechanism.
They're beautiful. I'm really liking this Phantom lock. What material is this?
So that's some red Westinghouse linen.
It's beautiful. Where do you find old micarta?
That's hard. I don't find it very often anymore, but I'll get people that say, hey, I've got some, you want to buy some? And usually they'll be like, oh, I'll take it, yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jared. It's a pleasure to see you. Next up, we're here at Breakfast Club EDC with my new friend Brody, and he's going to tell us about something cool he's got.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, so today we are featuring our spatula in 925 sterling silver, along with a 1-ounce coin that's going to be sold separately, or the 1-ounce bar that goes with it. You can pick either one if you win. It's something that I've been working on for about 4 months now. It's used as a tab lifter, a bottle opener. It's also got a hex bit driver built into the bottle opener portion, so you can use it as a bit driver. So it's kind of a multi-purpose utilitarian item to throw on your keychain. This one we made specifically to throw on a pendant, to be worn as a necklace more so than anything. But yeah, it kind of goes right in line with what we do here because it's a spatula. We're at Breakfast Club, and then we did our egg cutout right in the center of that hole there to kind of tie back to our egg logo that we cherish so much. So
That's super awesome. It'd be pretty gangster to crack open a cold one with a solid silver spatula, though.
You know, that's kind of what I'm hoping to see a video of at some point. I would really love to see a video of someone pulling it right on the necklace, just cracking a cold one straight there, or lifting a tab with it, or God forbid using it to shotgun a beer. That would make me so happy to see in live time.
That'd be super awesome. Thanks for your time, Brody.
Absolutely. Thanks, George. Appreciate it.
Hey everybody, we're here at the JRW booth, and he's going to tell us about the worry stones that are about to vanish into thin air.
Well, I make this product right here. It's called the Curator. And as he said, worry stone, I just call it pocket art. People ask all the time what it does, and I literally tell them nothing. I tell them it doesn't have a function. It's just meant for rubbing, you know, pressing your fingers on the pyramids. But really, it's pocket art. You know, it's meant to be something cool to carry and show off. And I usually laser different artwork on it. I don't know which camera to point it at, but yeah, that's all it is. And people kind of go crazy over these. That one's Zirk and Blue Tongue Damasteel. And this one's just copper, the one I just showed you. But yeah, those ones are for lotto. So those are the super fancy ones.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
All right.
You got a really cool stuff here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, that was really cool. We saw a lot of really awesome custom stuff, and that's some of the coolest things you can find in the knife world. If you like what you saw, head over to bladehq.com and check out the custom knives category and pick something up that speaks to you. And if you enjoyed this video, why don't you leave us a subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.